Hello everybody, and welcome back to Lewis Tours videos. We're about 4 miles from the border with Kentucky here on I-75, but as you can see, I got some pretty low clouds this morning. See, those are the mountains over there. Well, like I said, we're on I-75 headed north, obviously between Knoxville and Lexington. And just super low clouds this morning. Looks almost like snow. I guess you can't really see it now, but I'm sure once we go around this corner you can see it better. And of course, since we've got plenty of nice views in here, I've got that got a video going on my GoPro, do like a little road review on that, as I call them, as I've branded them. Here we go, right up ahead here, you can see, like even on like the road, you got some low clouds. So funny. Because normally you really only see this when you get up to like Clingman Dome or Clingman's Dome. I don't know if there's an S on the end of that. in Tennessee, Smoky Mountains, but apparently we're getting it on I-75 this morning. Let's see, what's our elevation right now? We are at 1594. That's a nice view right there. It's kind of amazing how, we can be, it's like kind of a combination of the clouds being a bit lower this morning and us being, 1,500 feet up. Which, in terms of mountains, that's not very high at all, but, enough to get into the clouds. Well, I'm guessing that's probably about the end of the clouds here, but we're also just about to cross into Kentucky in just a moment here. I believe this is exit 160, which, fun fact, should be more like exit 157 because they sent their exit numbering system. It's still on. They rerouted I-75 around Knoxville. When it used to go into town, it was like 3 miles longer. So they still have it on the old mileage system. So it's actually, they actually have it marked as 3 miles longer than it actually is. So Jellicoe should be more like exit 157. Nice drive anyway. So why not just keep the camera on until we get to Kentucky, Yeah, so like I said, it's more like 160, in Tennessee, I-75's marked as like 161 miles, but it should be more like 158. And you can see over there some low clouds over by those restaurants and stuff in town. Should be just around this corner here that we'll cross into Kentucky. See the sign over there. And then of course on this side, the Tennessee Welcome Center, and that means that in just a moment we'll cross into Kentucky. And ready everybody, here we go. 3, 2, 1, welcome to Kentucky. Our second and third to last state of the day. So welcome to Kentucky, everybody. Still got about 192 miles on I-75 in the state, plus 210 on 75 in Ohio, plus another 26 in Michigan. So still a long day ahead of us, and we've really barely scratched the surface of all the driving we're going to do today, but you know, it's a milestone nonetheless. So welcome to Kentucky, and we'll be back soon, probably once we get to Ohio, or I don't know, maybe before that for one reason or another, who knows. Anyway, we'll be back soon on Lewis Tours Videos. Well, we've gone 181 miles so far since we left Knoxville this morning. We're in that stretch between, well, I guess we're kind of near Lexington right now, but we're about to kind of enter that stretch between Lexington and Cincinnati. So supposedly there's some sort of big traffic thing. I don't know. I'll see what my GPS tells me to do. We'll figure something out. There's always traffic near Cincinnati, but anyway, like I said, we've gone about 181 miles today, which for us is long. You know, it doesn't sound very long for like a trucker or something like that, but you know, for us, that's quite a long ways to go. Normally we don't make it like 100 miles without stopping, but so we've been driving for, I don't know, about 2.5 hours maybe. And let's see, it is about, shoot, I don't know, it's like 10 something. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lewis Tours Videos. We are on I-471 because, you know, that backup I was telling you about earlier, we ended up going around for that. So you can kind of see Cincinnati.
Right, I guess you do want US 50
right
West.
In front of us, right in front of us there.
US 50 West?
Yes.
And so we're going to make our way back to 75 after we cross over the border here. But first we are going to enter Ohio.
This is also South 71.
And like I said, there you can see downtown and the river over that direction.
Exit 6A on the right to US 50 West, then keep left.
Oh, come on, there better be a sign.
West, yeah, you want west, south.
There's got to be a sign.
Keep left to US 50 West. Right over there in the middle, right?
There. All right. Well, I guess that's. It says "Welcome to Cincinnati."
Right there on top of it.
Here we go. You know what? We'll just count it anyway. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Ohio.
Kind of.
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding.
Because I mean we are in Ohio, but anyway, welcome to Ohio. I know I always say I gotta go by the sign, but you know, there's really not a sign on US 50 here. It's just sort of, I don't know. I mean, you know you're in Ohio because you crossed the river. So anyway, welcome to Ohio. We are going to head through Cincinnati and, you know, well, first we're going to head back over to 75, and then we're going to head through Cincinnati and Dayton and back up to Michigan, you know. Then we'll cross back in up there, and then we'll finally be home. So anyways, I'm sure I'll be back. I'm sure that I'll be back before we get home. First, you know, I'll just kind of show you through downtown here a little bit.
How does it feel?
Triggering quite a privilege.
Oh my God! You know, when I was watching I'm not sure what I saw exactly, but I felt momentarily triggered because they're doing the story with the national anthem assault.
So anyway, that's a little bit of, you know, Cincinnati right once you cross the border, and we'll be back I'm sure at some point, whether it's just one more little update in Ohio or crossing into Michigan. So, but I guarantee you, we'll be back before we get home on Lewis Tours Videos. And welcome back to Lewis Tours Videos once again for our final video of this trip. It's sad. We've been, you know, so many places. Of course, you know, Disney's always entertaining, and there's lots of good stuff, and of course lots of historical stuff on the front end. And I'm going to be sure to, of course, I'm going to post this today, but I'm going to be sure to hold back some of my content to post it kind of week by week, maybe one vlog per week. That way I still have some content. Heck, even rolling into late September, I could still have some left with everywhere we've been. But anyway, we just passed the last exit in Ohio on I-75, and just maybe got another half mile here and we'll be crossing into Michigan. And as I always say, here's the, I always recognize this border wall here because it's always the, well, I guess not border wall, but I always recognize this side wall because it's the side wall before you go into Michigan, and it's kind of an orangish color. I said that once like 3 years ago, and now I have to say it every time. And of course, finally, we're working on our roads. Hooray! I mean, we always have been. It's just where we do. Oh man, there's no sign there. Oh shoot. That's all right. I'll just use those little posts. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Michigan. And I guess since this is going to be the last video, I don't know. Maybe I'll add a little something at the end here, just to kind of
roll production credits. Ryan Lewis's wardrobe is provided by.
But anyways, you know, I'll put a little end to it. You know, since I've started putting all of the border crossings together in one kind of vlog type thing. I'll maybe do a little thing when I get home, just like hooray, we're finally back. But anyway, in case I don't do that, thank you all just so much for watching, to all of my loyal subscribers, and like I said, we've had a lot of fun on this trip, and I've genuinely enjoyed it, and heck, we've been gone for like almost 2 weeks here, so we've gotten a lot done in in the last 2 weeks, and I guess that's about it. I feel like I should have some more to say, but just thank you all so much for watching, and I'm not sure exactly when our next trip will be. I can assure you, as usual, that it will be amazing. It will be, filled with lots of fun and/or hokey places. And so, like I said, I'm not sure when it'll be, but I guarantee you, Lewis Tours Video Season 10 will not be too long from now. So, anyway, thank you guys for so much for your continued support, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back soon on Lewis Tours Videos.